Fun. This video is going to cover paying with a credit card. So collecting a payment with a credit card. All right, so kind of stopped where I left off on the last video. Once again, I am under the trainer Jessica Jones, and we are collecting on the account for Marge Simpson with Bobo. All right, once again, we elected behavior modification on and off leash for $1,000. And I did the equipment. I did a 22-inch collar for $15, and I did a pro leash for $35. So $50 extra in total. Okay. So now we're at $1,050. On the last video, I showed you guys how to collect for cash and check. Now I'm going to show you how to do a credit or debit card payment. Okay, so once again, we're going to do $525. So they're doing 50% down today, and then I'm going to elect pay online with credit or debit card. Okay, I'm going to sign it as the trainer, saying that I received this payment. All right, so you can always elect to print the receipt if your clients want a hard copy. But once you submit the receipt, it does go to their email, okay? But just to let you know, everything is printable in here. Oh, and if you ever need to erase, you can always undo the last stroke. All right. Just food for thought there. So we're going to submit the receipt. All right, so now what's going on is giving me this option of saying the receipt has been added to the system. Make a credit card payment for training online. I need to go to pay now. It says you can use our online payment portal to pay for our training now with a credit or debit card. So if you are accepting a credit card payment, the receipt is not enough, okay? So when you do your Lorenzo's Dog Training Team receipt, after you submit it, you automatically need to go to pay now so you can run the credit card, okay? There is also this back to client profile button if you need to go back there for any reason, but my direct instruction is going to be like, hey, don't forget to run that credit card. Don't submit a receipt without running a credit card, because as soon as you press submit, not only does the client get the copy of the receipt to their email, Kathy gets it as well. And the last thing you want to do is send in a receipt but you never ran the payment for. Okay, that's going to throw everything off and you'll be getting a phone call. Okay, so let's keep from getting in trouble, and we're going to go right to pay now and not fool around with it. All right, so going to pay now, what it's doing is it's taking you right to the credit card portal. Okay, so you can run credit cards online now. You no longer have to write down the numbers and send them in. Okay, so all right, so we're here at the credit card portal. Once again, it's saying Marge Simpson is our client. Dog's name is Bobo. Has our current date and when we're doing the transaction. And the program says behavior mod on and off leash for $1,000. Equipment not included. Okay, so whatever you're taking a payment for is what you're going to put in. We need to match up that credit card, okay? So even though this says equipment not included on here, we know what the receipt said above before now, and we know that we billed the client on that receipt for $525. So that's what we need to put into the credit card portal here. All right. So what we're going to do is start out by choosing which program that we used, okay? We did on and off leash. We did on and off leash. Our program total price was $1,000. This doesn't really matter so much. This is just because it makes you fill it out before you can do anything else. But our program total price was $1,000. And now we can do an explanation of payment. Okay, so we can put here, and what I like to actually put is, I don't want to just do the program total price. I'm going to put it in for what was on my receipt total. My receipt total before we came to the credit card portal was $1,050 because I had included leash and collar in there. Okay, so I'm going to put that in as my program total price because that was the balance I was collecting on today. So that's how I look at it. I'm going to put in this area the balance I'm collecting on today. So now I can explain my payment plan. Okay, you can put whatever you want in here. So I'm going to put that I let's see, client paying $525 today and will pay $100 next week or something like that. You know, you guys can put what you want in there, but this is the explanation of payment. Dollars next week. All right. So now this part here, quantity. I want to read this little disclaimer up here so you'll understand what quantity means. Okay. This disclaimer up here under payment options says the price is set to $1. So whatever quantity you put in will be equal to that dollar amount, i.e. 200 quantity equals $200. Okay. Program total price is the amount you would charge the client for the program. It should be listed at the top of this page. Okay, so sorry about that, but I just want you guys to actually hear about the i.e. 200 quantity equals $200. Okay, so what they're basically saying is $1 is equal to one quantity. So I'm charging the client for $525 today, just like I invoiced on the receipt in the back office. So I'm going to put in $525 for quantity. Okay. Then I'm going to put add to bag. All right. So now $525 is added to the shopping bag. So now for me to access that, I'm just going to go to open bag down here in the corner. All right, and here's my breakdown. Today's payment, training program, behavior modification, on and off leash program, total $1,050 because I included the leash and collar charge. Explanation of payment, client pays $525 today and will pay $100 next week. You can always change that if you need to. It allows you to go in and change this from here. It also shows the $1 price times quantity of 525 equals $525. Okay, we're not going to worry about applying coupon codes. We don't do that at Lorenzo's Dog Training Team. Your discount was already given on your eval form, so you don't have to worry about anything else outside of that. All right, so now it says total 525, saying that that's what we will be charging the client's card for. Now you want to just go ahead and press checkout. All right, so it's always going to be, you don't have to worry about check or phone order. It's always going to be, you're going to always want to just select credit or debit card, because that's the only reason why you would be in the shopping cart area is if you were charging a credit card. All right, so entering your email, okay, is it's not optional. You have to put an email address in, but depending on who you want to have this receipt is whose email you would have go in. All right, this is going to be kind of up to you. I always put my email address in because if I'm the trainer, I just elect to have the copy of the credit card payment. But if you want the client to have a receipt of the credit card payment, you could put theirs in. Okay, it's up to you. The reason why I say that is because they're already going to get a Lorenzo's Dog Training Team receipt. All right, so they will get that receipt once you had pressed submit. That was sent over to them, saying that you were charging them the $525 for the program, and you had elected the credit card payment on there. If they receive another receipt, it may confuse them, but if the client requests to have a credit card receipt, then you will put their email in there. Otherwise, if you only want them to have the Lorenzo's Dog Training Team receipt and you have to put somebody's email in, you can just put your own in there. And then it'll, the email will just let you know that everything went through okay. All right? So that is your preference, whether you're putting your client's email or your own personal email address in there. All right, so creating a password, you do not have to worry about that. You don't have to create a password at all. We don't need anything for that. Now, entering the billing address, okay? You this does not autofill, okay? This had actually saved something from my last credit card transaction in here, and it doesn't clear because I'm not actually running a credit card, so it's not clearing out for me. But you want to make sure that you are entering a billing address and name every time, because this is separate from the back office, so it's not autofilling. Okay, so I'm just going to put the company address in here for Marge Simpson. Because we're not really running anything today. But one thing that is important on here is that this credit card portal is sensitive. If the billing address that you're putting in here does not actually match the billing address of the card, it will decline. It will not go through. Okay, so you want to make sure you're verifying with the client that it is the correct billing address. Because if you're just going from the evaluation form and you're just putting it in straight from the eval form, that may or may not be the right address. So you want to make sure that you're doing this in front of the client so you can verify their billing address. Okay. All right. So now from here, we're going to press continue. All right, and this is where you're going to put all the credit card information in, okay? So you're going to put the card number and the expiration date, and you don't have to worry about a shipping address, okay? We're not shipping anything to them, so you don't have to worry about that, all right? So we have our billing address, have our credit card number, our expiration date. All of our information is already at the top here. For everything else, like today's payment, the description, how much we're running a card for the invoice number, all that good stuff is up there. And all we have to do from here is press pay now after we enter that credit card information. I won't do it because I'm not really running a credit card, and this works, so it will really run a credit card if I put it in there. Okay, so you're gonna get a message that either says that everything went through, or you'll get a message that says decline. It will happen immediately. So if it declines, you're there in front of the client, you can make sure that the billing address is okay, or you can have them call their bank to make sure that the funds are okay to clear. All right. Once it goes through, then you're good to go and you're done with collecting a payment. All right. Thank you guys for listening. That concludes my video for today. Have a great day.